Hello, friends, and happy Tuesday. So, yesterday I showed you the video of this story, and this story is a non-fiction story, so that means it's about a real person and something that happened actually in real life. And this person is called Cesar Chavez. So, we know Cesar Chavez was a real person, and here he is. But why do we want to know about him? Let's think about yesterday. Why do we want to know about him? I think it's because he helped a lot of people, just like a lot of people that we focused on this year, like Martin Luther King, but Cesar Chavez helped people in a different way. So, Cesar Chavez was a great man. In his life, he helped a lot of people. He helped people who picked crops the most. So friends, if you see here, this is a main idea worksheet and has details. So a main idea is something that the book is all about or what your thoughts are all about, and the details are just little things that help support what you're talking about. So here it says, Cesar Chavez helped blank have a better life. So Cesar Chavez helped people who picked crops have a better life. So people helped people who picked crops have a better life. Now, friends, where did I get that? Did I just get that from my imagination? Did I pull it from thin air? No, I knew what we were talking about because it's the beginning of what our writing is. So, Cesar Chavez was a great man. So, yes, that is very important, but that's not our main idea of our story. Our main idea of our story is here. He helped people who picked crops the most. So that's who he helped the most. He did help other people, but that's who he helped the most. So again, Cesar Chavez helped people who picked crops have a better life. So we know the main idea. The main idea was on the first page. So that means that the rest of our story will be all in our details. And as we see here, we have 1, 2, 3 main details. The main details are the ones that are bold and underlined. The first one, crop pickers had a difficult life. The second, Cesar Chavez wanted to help them. And the third, the farmers made changes. So as I read the story, I'm going to point out different places that you can fill in. So the first one says they worked. Let's think about it. Farmers grow crops such as grapes and peaches. I don't think we could fill that in there. When the crops are ripe, they need to be picked. Then crop pickers come to pick the crops. For a long time, these crop pickers had a difficult life. They picked crops in the hot sun all day. So I could say they worked very hard, or they worked all day, or they worked in really hot sun. The farmers did not pay them much. They didn't get much what? They didn't get paid what? It's not saying this here, but when you get paid money. So they didn't get paid much money here. When there were no crops left, the pickers had to move. They had many homes each year, but the homes were not good. The pickers lived in shacks, so they lived in shacks. So shacks. Lived in shacks. So as of right now, these crop pickers, these people who were picking crops did not have a great life. So that means their children also probably didn't have that great of a life. And since you see here, they had to move a few times a year. and they worked very, very hard. On our next page, it says Cesar Chavez did not like this. So he knew this was not good and this was not fair and it was not equal. So he wanted the crop pickers to have a better life. Thank you, Cesar Chavez. Thank you for wanting them to have a better life. He felt that if people worked together, things could change, and they definitely could change. Here it says, Cesar Chavez wanted to help them. Here he is. It definitely says in this paragraph he wants to help them. He told the crop pickers not to. Well, we didn't get there yet. Let's see where we get. Grapes were one of the biggest crops. Cesar Chavez told the crop pickers not to pick grapes. He told people not to buy grapes. So he told the crop pickers not to buy grapes. So that is what he told them not to do. That's another detail. He told them not to buy grapes. Oh, I'm sorry. Cesar Chavez told them not to pick the grapes. So he told crop pickers not to pick the grapes, and then he told people not to buy the grapes. So first, not to pick the grapes. Second, don't buy the grapes. So if nobody's getting any grapes, that means the people who are in charge of the big farms are not going to get money. So the grapes began to rot, or they began to get old so you can't eat them anymore. So the grapes rotted, because remember it happened in the past, so we add ed. The grapes rotted. The farmers did not like this, which of course the farmers wouldn't like it because what they're making is rotting. And the last one, the farmers made changes. So let's see what else happens. The crop pickers marched with Cesar Chavez, just like how people marched with Martin Luther King. They spoke to the farmers. They asked for more pay. They asked for better homes. Look, they're asking with their words and they are not being violent or physical. That is just like Martin Luther King. It took a long time, but the farmers did make changes. Look, they did make changes. Today, the crop pickers have a better life. They get more pay. Now crop pickers get more pay. So they get more money. They live in better homes. So they live in better homes, or they live in nicer homes. They thank Cesar Chavez who helped them work together. They are glad blank helped them. Who helped them? Cesar Chavez helped them. So, and this is Cesar Chavez right here. He stands with grape pickers. And look, these are all people he helped. So, we went through this whole worksheet right here. What I want you to do is when you go into Seesaw, what you're going to do is you're either going to write it in or use the little text app and fill in each one. So again, we know this one, they worked really hard. This one could be here. They told people not to buy grapes. This one, they told not to pick grapes. So we went through this whole worksheet. And if you don't remember what I said, or if you don't remember which one it is, we can always go back in our book because everybody has their own book. So you can always go back in your book and look at everything. So if I don't remember what they did or how they worked, I can go look through here and go, oh, they worked really hard, or oh, they worked in a hot sun. All right, friends, good luck. Happy Tuesday.